Game: Grand Cross Age of Titans. Genre: 4X strategy simulation. Platforms: Android and PC. This game is a 4X strategy simulator by Netmarble, currently in beta and will be released globally pretty soon. And the beautiful thing is you keep your whole progression from the beta even after the game launches globally. Now you might be thinking, okay, another strategy simulation game, but even the artwork is extremely different than all the other games, and I think the features they offer is pretty unique, and Netmarble is one of the best when it comes to releasing unique games. Now let's quickly discuss the similarities and what differs Grand Cross Age of Titans from similar games. By progressing through the story, we can increase our combat power and expand our territory. We can of course create or join alliances, capture the world objects with your alliance, but you can also join server versus server wars, which most likely will be the most fun part. But the PvE side of the game also has a lot to offer because there is actually a story behind it. As you progress through the game, chaos is driven away from the territory you seized. And as your territory gradually expands, you can obtain different heroes, items, building, and more. But I know what you're thinking, yo, what about the troop types, war, PvP, PvE, whatever. Let's quickly discuss troop types and characteristics in the game. In Grand Cross Age of Titans, we have archers, infantry, cavalry, but also combat engineers. And on top of that, there are titans, which is a special force of the troop. And just like similar games, some heroes excels much better in combat with certain troop types. So when you're combining your heroes with troops, make sure that you are using the right hero with the right troop type. Now this game also offers very different and notable features, including ranged archers, air units, and as I said, titans. With ranged archers, you are able to attack your enemies from a very safe distance, and later in the game, with different formations and buff, you can increase that range even more. And the beautiful thing is, you can attack your enemies beyond rivers or any obstacle. Air units, I think it's going to be pretty obvious, but they can basically move and attack from the air. And you can fly over mountains or other obstacles easily, which creates very unexpected moments during the battles. And the giant troop Titan is much more stronger than any other unit type, and when it's summoned, it deals a massive amount of damage. So due to differences on characteristics of each unit type, you will need to build a very strategic game plan, which basically amplifies the joy of the victory. Because when we feel smart, we feel good. Wow, I feel good. And where you're going to use these troop types? Obviously, the world map. In the world map, you will find various objects to interact with and resources to collect. You can engage in battles against monsters or fortresses for various rewards. You can capture towers to expand your alliance territory, and by expanding your territory, you will move from Zone 1 to Zone 2 to Zone 3, basically to the middle of the map. And the deeper you go, the more difficult battles will be against chaos. And of course other players. Speaking of other players, let's discuss Castleball. Castleball is a core component, and the mode determines the greatest player of the kingdom, makes them the ruler of it. It's a dual-layered battle using terrain and gates, land units, air units, and powerful monsters act as variables to add tension to the battlefield. The leader of the alliance, which finally captures the royal castle, becomes the ruler of the kingdom. And obviously, the alliance occupying the royal castle enjoys various benefits. Before we finish the video, server versus server war. This time you're basically teaming up with your whole server and fighting against other servers. At a certain point after the server goes live, players are moved to a dimension and great rewards and honor are guaranteed to participants and winners. As I mentioned at the start of the video, you will keep your whole progression when the game launches globally. This gives you a huge advantage. I think it's going to be awesome. Click the link in the description to try Grand Cross Age of Titans for free during beta. I see you on the next one. Goodbye.